Hello, Vision Building Women, and welcome to Impact Academy. This is Dr. Sandra Wall-Williams, the CEO and founder of the Vision Building Institute, and I just like to welcome you to tonight's session. I tell you what, I'm so excited about tonight's session. I'm so excited to be here with you on tonight. I missed last week primarily because I was resting. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Not tonight, but we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I just want to invite everybody to come on in, because tonight, I would say it's going to be short, but y'all know I'm never short, right? I always say it's going to be a little bit of time, but tonight I only have one topic to cover with you. So we're going to wait about 60 seconds while people are joining us. I see people are hopping on, so we're going to wait about 60 seconds. I'm just going to say hello to the people who are coming on in. I see Carol, I see Ernestine, I see there's some other people that are on, but you must be on the computer because I can't see your names coming up when you're on the computer. So if you're on, just say hello. So that we can say hello back to you and we can welcome you here on tonight. We have lots of new people that are in the Vision Building Women Facebook group. There are lots of new people, and so we welcome all of you. If any of you all are new here on the in the Facebook group, welcome. If this is your first time to Impact Academy, welcome. I see Gail, I see April, hello, Kathleen, hello. Thank you so much, Gail. Hello. And like I said, I'm just excited to be with you on tonight. My husband and I just came back from an awesome couples retreat. We were away for the weekend. We just came back from an awesome couples retreat, had a wonderful time. And so but now it's time for me to get back to my teaching and what I love spending time with him, but I also love teaching, and I just love spending time with you all also in teaching. You will notice that one of the things I have to do a lot of now is drink lots of water. Okay? I didn't drink a lot of water this weekend, and my body can really feel that I did not drink a lot of water. Okay. Hello, Pastor Thorne. Hello, Connie. Welcome. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and get started. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome to Impact Academy. My name is Dr. Sandra Wall-Williams, and I am the CEO and founder of the Vision Building Institute, where Impact Academy is one of the ways that we reach out to our community through teaching. And the Impact Academy is a part, as I said, a part of the Vision Building Institute. And our primary focus in Impact Academy is teaching to get you to your next level, to get you to your greater, to get you to that part in your life where you can actually move forward and do what God has called you to do. So when we talk about greater, we mean that God has greater for you in terms of your anointing. God has greater for you in terms of your career, your calling, your business, your ministry, your success, your purpose, everything about you. God has more calling for. Hi, Donna. How are you? Welcome. So here in Impact Academy, we talk about just that. And tonight, I am starting a new series on requirements for your next. Requirement for your next. Now, I do want to tell you that this is a new series, but we are still in our picture, okay? We're still in our model, my anointing, the adversary, and my assignment. We are still in there. I'm not leaving that model until God tells us, tells me that it's time to move on and it's time for a different model to teach something new. So we're still in the model, my anointing, the adversary, and my assignment. And, when I was resting, I do want to tell you this. When I was resting on last week, I had a wonderful time with my friends at the beach. We do that trip every single year, and we had a wonderful time. And I came home, and I had to teach somewhere that night at Western Boulevard Presbyterian Church. I taught there when I got back at 5 o'clock. And I really thought that I could come back here and give you guys 100% at 9 o'clock. But I'll tell you, I could tell very early that wasn't going to be the case. That after I had poured out to the people at Western Boulevard Presbyterian Church, Pastor Betty and her team there, and Pastor Bruce Grady, that I wasn't going to have the energy. I mean, to give and give and give and give. And we're going to talk about that. We're really going to talk about that. Not tonight, but it is a part of moving to your next. Because one of the things I found is that so many times we wait until the new year begins. And then we start planning for the next thing in our life. And here's what the Lord showed me as I was resting, as I was having time to rest on last week, is that we spend a lot of time going to a lot of conferences at the beginning of 2018, the beginning of the year. We spent a lot of time doing these things that we are looking for someone to tell us what that next thing is supposed to be. And so, but we don't spend time just understanding, how do I understand next? How do I know what my next is going to be? Hello, Joyce. Yes, Pastor Thorne. Dr. Bruce Grady is a professor at Shaw University. He's an awesome man of God. All right. And so we don't spend a lot of time working on our next, get this, before it's time to implement. We spend time going to New Year, New You kind of conferences. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I go to them myself. I speak at them. But one of the things I found, and I want to share with you starting on tonight, is that in order to get to your next, you've got to plan at a different level. Oh, come on. I'm going deep tonight. That's why I'm only going to talk about one thing on tonight. I'm only going to take one topic tonight, and that's your gifting. Let me say that again. In order to plan at your next, okay, in order to get to your next, you have to plan at a different level. You can't plan at the level where you are now and expect 2018 to take you, or to be at a different level, excuse me, to be at a different level in 2018. It just doesn't work that way. All right. Because as I was sitting and I was resting on last week, and I just began to ask myself, okay, God, I know all of these plans that you have laid out for the Vision Building Institute for 2018. I know that, we're doing a new coaching certification for women in ministry who want to be coaches. And it's the model that God has given me for that is just, it blew my mind. Okay. So if you know women in ministry that desire to be coaches, they need to be certified by the Vision Building Institute, because it's like no other certification for women in ministry that you're going to find. Okay. So that was the first thing. The next thing was, Lord, how is it that, or what is it that you want us to be doing in terms of more than programming? And so, or doing programs. So the Lord showed me that we spend so much time waiting on someone else, waiting on a word from someone else to talk about our next, when we've really got to begin, we must begin thinking and praying and reflecting on the past, so that you can get to the next. Okay, I need for y'all to get this on tonight, because this is the foundation of what we're going to be talking about probably the next 3 or 4 sessions. All right, we're going to end the year. We're going to end 2017 talking about next, so that in 2018, after you leave the watch night service or whatever you do on New Year's Eve, this New Year's Eve, my husband and I are going to be in Charleston, so we're excited about that, okay, at a friend of ours' wedding. So we're going to be out of town New Year's Eve at a friend of ours' wedding, but we're going to be thinking about next now, so that when New Year's Eve gets here, we're not going to be looking around like, okay, let me go to this conference so I can figure out what I'm supposed to do, or let me read this book so I can figure out what I'm going to do, or Or let me do this so I'll know exactly what I'm going to do. No, 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 no. That's not the way it works. If you want to get to your next, you must start the planning now. Okay? And here's the other thing. You can't get to the next level if you are planning at the same level you are now. Okay, so let's work on a few things tonight. Hello, that's my friend from home. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Sharon and I grew up together back in Little Philly. Hey, how you doing? All right, so now here's something I want to share with you. So some of you, if you're watching this on the replay, welcome. Thank you for joining. We're going to be talking about getting to our next and planning at the next level. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Those of you that are watching this through the email list, there are many ways that people see this recording. So thank you so much for joining us on tonight. And like I said, tonight we're going to be talking about requirements of our next. And tonight we're talking about next level gifting. Next level gifting. Okay? Hi, Karma. How you doing? All right, so here's what I want you to write down. Now, I am not an acronym person. My good friend, one of my BFFs, as they call them, as they say, you know, in the world of acronyms. One of my BFFs, Dr. Christine Grant, is the master of acronyms. Okay, she can just give you, I think they're called acoustics. Not really an acronym, but an acrostic, I think they're called. She can give you an acrostic just like that. But here's one that we are going to use for next. Now, it may change as we go along. We may add some things. We may tweak some things to it. But as I just began to, just really quickly, I prayed and I said, God, what does next stand for? What is it that when we talk about next, what does next mean? And when I say next, I want the women to hear more than just the word next, but I want them to hear something. So again, I know God is going to refine this. I know he's going to give me more than what he gave me on tonight, because this right here, he gave me in like 5 minutes. So when I spend more time with him on just the word, and my goal this week is just to study the word next, okay? I'm just going to be studying the word next this week. And so when he's going to give me even more. But here's what he gave me. That next is now, experience, extraordinary times. Okay? Now, experience, extraordinary times. So N is now. E is experience. The X is extraordinary. Now, extraordinary is spelled E-X-T-R, but, you know, we're going to use the X, okay? Now, experience, extraordinary, and then the T is times, okay? Because as you go into 2018, it is so important that you begin to experience the things that God has called you to at an entirely new level. And we're going to start tonight with experiencing that next in terms of your gifting. All right. Now, one of the things, and over the next couple of sessions too, I'm going to have some questions for you, and they're not going to be questions that you have to turn into me or answer or anything like that. It's not going to be that way, but they are going to be questions that I really, really want you to think about. I really, really want you to reflect on. And here they are. What are your gifts? Okay? What are your gifts? If someone were to ask you, what are you gifted at? Okay? What would you say? All right, what would you say if someone were to ask you, or someone were, let's put it a little bit differently. Thank you so much, Pastor Thorne, for scribing that. Next, now experience extraordinary times. Okay, so if someone were to say to you, I'm going to give you $1 million if you can, in 25 seconds, tell me your gift, 3 of your gifts. All right, in 25 seconds or less, I'll give you $1 million if you can tell me what your gifts are. What would you say? You know, I have asked women before to tell me what their gifts are, and some of them can't do it. They tell me what they're good at. They tell me what they like to do, okay? But they don't necessarily, they aren't or don't have the capability in that moment of telling me their gifts, okay? So here's what I want to say to you. If someone were to ask me, Dr. Sandra, tell me 3 of your gifts, I'd very quickly say teaching, leadership, and administration. Teaching, leadership, and administration. So here's what I want you to do. That those of you that want to share your gifting with us in the comments. I see some of you are already doing that. Okay? Kenya says singing, planning, and being calm in chaos. Those are gifts. Those are gifts. Those are abilities. Those are abilities that God gives us for the advancement of his kingdom. Okay? And here's something I need for you to understand, is that as you go into next year, and here's something I'm hesitating here because I just want you to just get this, because so many people, so many women get bogged down in confusing spiritual gifts, all right, and other kinds of giftings that can be used in the kingdom. Okay? So now, Brandy says, oh, hey, Brandy, how are you? Motivating and inspiring. Kathleen says, singing, mentoring, organization. Okay? Those are all gifts. And we can use those gifts for the purpose that God has given us. And what is our life purpose? And remember, if you've been in the Vision Building Institute, if you've been in this Impact Academy for any amount of time, you know that our purpose is witnessing or glorifying God, witnessing to the lost, and destroying the works of the enemy. That's what God wants us to do. That's what he created us for. All right. And these gifts that you all are giving me, Carol says teaching, singing, encourager with faith. Yes, yes, yes. Pastor Thorne says teaching, mentorship, and singing. Yes, these are all of these gifts. These gifts that you all have. And if you don't know what your gifts are, if you're not exactly sure what your gifts are, all right, then don't be ashamed of that. Because what I want you to do over the next week or so, just sit down and ask yourself, what are the things that God has gifted me to do? Yes, Sharon, we have God-given gifts and we have natural gifts. But let me tell you something. And here, this is where so many people get confused or in places, is that people think that your natural gifts can't be used in the kingdom. The only thing that God uses is spiritual gifts. That is not true. Okay? God uses your natural gifts for his purpose for you, just like he uses your spiritual gifts for his purpose for you. Okay? All of the gifts that God has given us, he's given them to us, whether they're natural or whether they're spiritual. Okay, whether they're God-given gifts, natural, and all of them are God gifts. All of the gifts that we have are God-given gifts. Some of the gifts are listed here in Scripture, all right? Those gifts, and there are natural abilities and natural giftings that we have. Joy says catering, singing, and teaching. Andrea says helps, encouraging, teaching. Okay? Ernestine says encouraging and organizing. Yes, those are gifts. And what we want to be able to do is, as you go into 2018, okay, how do you get to the next level or to your next using your gifts? Now, one of the things that the Lord also showed me last week as I was resting. I keep saying I was resting, but y'all know I was really like reading and just laying down. And I didn't look at Andy Griffith, though. I didn't do that. But I was resting. Okay? But one of the things that God also showed me is that the gifts that we have, the gifts that he has given us with, the abilities that he has given us that we can use for his kingdom, you are going to be doing these everywhere. Everywhere. And let me give you a secret. Just because somebody jumps and shouts and praise the Lord and preaching and teaching and all that, that doesn't mean that you can't have the same gift that that person has. Okay? I should have put that water in a cup. Okay? All right? That doesn't mean that you can't have the same gift that they have. All right? So what I want to talk to you about tonight, all right, is your next level gifting. This is so important, y'all. Next level gifting. Now, I want to go back to something I said at the beginning. That if you're going to your next in 2018, number one, you can't wait until 2018 to start it. You've got to start it now. And number two, you can't go and get to your next in 2018 doing the same things at the same level that you were doing them in 2017. All right? And then we said that your next is to now experience extraordinary times. Now experience extraordinary time. And the emphasis is on now. Now experience. That your next is your next is a now experience. Extraordinary times. Not wait until something happens. Not wait until somebody gives you a word. Not wait until somebody gives you a new book that they want you to read. But now experience extraordinary times. Y'all have got to get this. Y'all have got to get this, okay? Ooh, I'm so excited. I got to bring it down. Okay? Let's get to teaching. Okay, now, I only have a couple of points that I'm going to bring forward to you on tonight. I only have a couple of points, all right? I only have a couple of points. So, the first one, and our topic tonight is next level gifting. All right. So now, here's what I want you to understand about next level gifting is that you can't go to the next level in your gifts if you are still focused in your present or prior level. Let that soak in. You can't go to the next level in your gifts if you are still focused in the present or the prior level in your gifts. Let that sink in. Is it sinking in? You getting it? That's deep right there. If you're writing, write that down. That you cannot go to the next level in your gifts if you are still focused on the things in your past or present or your prior level in your gifts. Let me give you an example. One of the things that I told you all is that I am starting in January. We are releasing, and we're starting this in January. We're not waiting, and January we're going to start. January is not when it'll roll out. Okay, it's going to roll out the end of October, so you'll have all of November to sign up, and then all of December to prepare. And so someone asked me, well, why are you rolling this out in October, end of October and November? You know, there's no Christmas and Thanksgiving, and people don't, but you know what? Next level people don't do things the same time as everyone else. Because see, when you're in next level, when you actually begin to get to your next, you know that you have to move on an opportunity when it presents itself. That if you wait on an opportunity, you will not be able to move it, and you might even miss it. Okay? So, and you've heard me say that I don't normally release things in January, in November or December, or between Thanksgiving and Christmas, or Thanksgiving and New Year's. I don't normally release things during that time. But you know what? This is different because this particular certification is not necessarily for everybody. All right? Yes, and getting your Christmas present early. Yes, so those of you that want to do this for yourself, for your Christmas present, go ahead. And believe me, it's going to be an investment. It's going to be an investment because God has given me my next. Oh, y'all, I tell you, this is so deep in me. It's so how do you call it? Heartfelt in me. That when I began to ask God about my own next, He said, that you've got to teach women at a new level. You've got to teach women at a new level. And that teach is train and equip for active Christ-like holiness. Remember, teach, when it started as a ministry, years and years ago in 2004, to be exact. 2004, when we started Teach as a ministry, it was teach and educate for active Christ-like holiness. And what God showed me during the shift of Teach was that when you teach and educate for Christ-like holiness, teach and educate is all on the teacher. And when you teach and educate, the student does not necessarily have to do anything. That when you teach and educate, this is what I'm talking about, next level gifting. I'm showing you how myself, I've gone to a next level in my own gifts that God has given me. So in the gift of teaching, God gave me that acronym a long time ago, 2004, when we started the ministry. Teach and educate for active Christ-like holiness. But then I began to know there had to be a shift. That when God was moving me to a next level, he said teaching and education doesn't necessarily require anything of the student, because all you have to do is sit and learn, take notes, write, take notes, read, write, listen. But then what are you going to do? Okay? What are you going to do with it? So God spoke to me. I know it was the Lord, because he said, as I shift you in your gifts, then everything about you has to shift. Everything about you has to go up a level, and that includes the people that are connected to you, and that is you all, my friends. That's y'all. So when he said shift, so now I no longer teach and educate for active Christ-like holiness. My job, what God has given me in terms of my own shift, is to train and equip for active Christ-like holiness. Because see, training and equipping requires something of you. Because training and equipping means that I am here now to make sure that you're doing the job that you were called to do. Exactly, Gail. Alignment. Exactly, Sharon. Shift. Okay? All right? Oh, I love that. The opportunity of a lifetime is only as good as the lifetime of the opportunity. That's right. And some of you don't miss your opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity, all right? But it is definitely time for your giftings. I'm trying to stay calm, y'all. It is definitely time for your gifting to shift. Oh, come on, get that now. Get that, get this. It is definitely time for your gifting to shift. So, again, you can't go to the next level in your gifting when you are still focused on things in the present or the prior level. All right. So if I would have stayed focused on I'm not changing the acronym. Everything I got about teach is teach and educate. And I'm going to say that. But see, when God shifted me and shifted my gifting and took that gifting to the next, now the things about that gifting have to shift, including the name. All right. Teach and educate is now train and equip. And that's what we do. That's what I do. That's what God has called me to do. To train and equip for active Christ-like holiness. And who do I do it for? I do it for you all, the vision building women. Women who God has placed giftings and callings inside of, so that you can go and you can do the work that God has called you to do. Whether it's in ministry, whether it's in your calling, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your life. But that's what God has called me to do. So when it's time for a shift of your giftings, then you have to look at where you were. You've got to look at where you were. You've got to look at where you are. And then you've got to say, God, where are you taking this gift that you put on the inside of me? And then what you've got to do, and here's what you've got to understand. Y'all have got to get this. Then you've got to develop your gift at a different level than you have been developing it in the past. Ooh, I'm trying to stay in this seat. Okay. I am just so excited, y'all. Don't let me rest for a whole week again, right? All right. You must begin to develop your gift at a different level than you have been developing that gift in the past. Now, nothing wrong Okay, I'm a teacher. All right, I'm a teacher, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with going to workshops. There's nothing wrong with getting books. There's nothing wrong reading books. There's nothing wrong with looking at stuff on the YouTube. There's nothing wrong with talking to people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of that. But that is your prior level of developing your gift. Okay, so here's a question I have for some of you. How many of you have actually spent time developing your gift? I saw those giftings going by and they're wonderful. But how many of you spent time developing it? I'm going to spend an entire week in Atlanta. I think I leave on, not this Sunday, next Sunday. Okay. Not a week, 2 weeks from today, I think it is. I leave for Atlanta. I'm going to be in Atlanta for an entire week. Okay, developing my gift of leadership. Okay, so that I can be a next level type of leader in the new assignment that I have. All right, so that I can teach women about leadership at a whole different level. Teach women and men. My assignment now in terms of leadership is teaching women and men. All right, because we have to be gifted. All right, exactly. Thank you so much, Pastor Thorne. We must develop our gifts at a different level than we have in the past. All right, and then when I leave there, and then I'm going to be in Atlanta for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, developing my gift of leadership, developing my gift of administration. And then I'm leaving that hotel. I'm going to a different hotel in Atlanta. And at the end of the week, I'm going to be speaking, but I'm also going to be developing my gift of administration and leadership for my company at MogulCon. Okay, for those of you that have not signed up and are you in the Atlanta area or not in the Atlanta area and you want to fly down there, however you want to get there, but get to MogulCon, get there because that is the premier business conference of the year. Okay, I'm going to be around women who are much higher than I am, doing much more than I am, and making millions doing it, because that's something that I aspire to be. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to be a certain thing. That's something that I aspire to be so I can help more people. All right. But in order for me to develop the gifting of teaching, of leadership, of administration, if I'm going to develop that gift and get to the next in that gift, I've got to develop it at a different level than I have in the past, okay? And let me tell you all something. I'm not just telling you this because I want you in my programs. I'm telling you this because this is something you need to know. Okay, so many people desire great anointings, and so many people desire and want to be have great and big businesses. So many people want their multi-level marketing. For example, I'm becoming to love multi-level marketing. One particular thing, y'all know that I do the essential oils, and I love these essential oils, and I've been using them, and I have been saying, God, how can I take that to the next level? I have always wanted to take a multi-level marketing to the next level because I just think it's just awesome the way people do that. And I watch people like in TLC and back in the day it was Amway and different things, 5 Links Today and all these different things that people are doing, Mary Kay. And I always wondered, how can they take something that they spend an investment of $99? How can they take that and go to the next level? I want to be able, but then when I found out that doing that requires a next level mindset, that it was more mindset than anything else, then I began to say, oh, now I understand. So now when I do my essential oils and I look at it from a whole different perspective, I told somebody the other day, I think it was my line sister Deborah, I said, Deborah, I just got my first check from doTERRA. I am so excited. Okay. And it wasn't a small check either, y'all. I just got my first check and I'm so excited. But you know what? There was an amount of work I had to put in. There was a gifting in me, not of sales. I'm not a salesperson, but there's a gifting in me of teacher. So God used that gifting of teacher to help me to bring and to move up that particular multi-level marketing. And I love it. Because I help people and I love doing that. So what has God placed on the inside of you? What gift and gifts has he placed on the inside of you to help people that you know you need to develop, but you're not developing? Because if you want your gift, if you want to be used at another level, if you want God to use you at another level, then you've got to start developing yourself at another level. Oh, come on now. All right. Kenya, MogulCon, yes, it's in Atlanta, Georgia. Kenya, I think it's actually 3 and 4. It's the Friday and Saturday. MogulCon is actually the Friday and Saturday. I think that's 3 and 4. All right. But if you can, get down there. Get down there to MogulCon. All right. So now, yes, Darlene, Pastor Thorne feels the same way about total life changes. And when you get something that you really love doing and you're good at it, then begin to develop it. Let me tell you something. I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings. If I do, I'm sorry before I say it. Okay. All right. Sometimes we want to go to another level in our gift. Sometimes we want to take our business to another level. Sometimes we want to take our ministry, our pastoring, our evangelism, our prophesying, our whatever, our teaching, all right? We want to take it to another level, but you do the same thing, all right? You're doing the same thing that you were doing to get the level that you're currently at. You can't do the same thing the same way and expect a higher result. That is, I think it's Einstein's, I believe it was Einstein's definition of insanity. As Medea would say, insanity. Insanity. Okay? If you think that you're going to get to a new level, your next, okay? If you think you are going to get to your next, all right? All right? If you think you're going to get to your next doing the same thing that got you where you are today, you are mistaken. You've got to get the next level development, next level training. All right? Carol says, you don't want to put you got to want to get the trainings, right? You got to pay for the extra, right? Change isn't change until you change. That's right. I totally agree. All right? There is a next level cost. And you know, I'm not saying this just because I'm a coach and I offer this stuff. I'm saying this because I know it to be true. All right? One of my coaches, and she is absolutely fabulous. She's absolutely fabulous. And the first time I paid her, I was like, oh my goodness, this is a lot of money. But you know what? That got me here. And I invested a lot of money to do what I'm doing and understand what I'm doing. But that got me here. But now I'm ready to go to the next. I'm ready to now experience. Dr. Grant, I see you on here. I had to do an acoustic because you weren't here, okay? The Lord gave me next. Now experience extraordinary times. So when I wanted to now experience, when I wanted to say, okay, what is that next, God, that you have? I see the programs. I see the things that you've given me. But what is that next? Okay? Then I had to invest at a different level. All right? I had to invest in me at a different level. I had to be focused. That's another thing. I want you to put that down. The first one was in terms of next level gifting, that you can't get to your next level when you are still focused on the things in your present and prior level. Okay? All right? Thank you, Dr. Grant. I forgot about your prayer call. All right? The second one is that you've got to be focused and you've got to get clear on what your next level work looks like. Write that down, y'all. Write that down. And I have no clock tonight. I have no watch. All right? So let me see what time it is here. Because I'm trying to get y'all off tonight. And I need to get some rest because I've been, 9:39. I see it there. Okay? So you've got to stay focused and get clear on your next level work. So here's the thing. If some of you put teaching in there for your gifting, some of you put encouraging, some of you put different things in there. So what are you going to do to get clear on what your next level work is? See, it took me a little bit of time to get clear that my next level work, okay, was to train and equip. I thought I was already doing that. I really did. I really thought I was already training and equipping. But what I realized is that the next level of training and equipping is a whole different level of woman. Somebody that's in a different mindset than just hearing a good word, jumping and shouting and not doing anything with it. You see, next level equipping means that you've got people that God has called you to, and you are ready to go out and do a work for them. And you need help and focus in doing that. That's next level equipping. That's next level training. That's what I've been called to do in this season. So my question for you is, what are you going to focus on? What is going to be your next level? What is going to be your next level gifting that you are going to focus on? So if your gifting is, I saw somebody put, I don't remember who it was, but I saw somebody in there put in catering. So if your gifting is catering, or your gifting is your business, then what are you going to do? What next level work are you going to do to get you to the next level? Then you need to, and if I'm going to use catering, because I don't remember whose it was, but I saw it go up. If your business is catering, then you need to do some next level kinds of things. Get in alignment with some next level people. This is one thing I love what I see people doing. I do. It's so wonderful. But at some point, you've got to align yourself with someone who is moving up. And I'm not talking about moving up in status. I'm not talking about all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking about moving forward and doing more than you're doing. Oh, that was you, Joyce. Okay. All right. But you've got to align yourself with someone who is doing more than you if you want to get to your next. You can't stay. Don't get me wrong now. Don't shout me down because I'm talking right. That's what my bishop, God rest his soul, used to say. Don't shout me down because I'm talking right, okay? But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that if I want to move up and do now experience the extraordinary time that I know that God has for me, I can't continue to keep going through the same stuff that I'm going to, okay? That's why I love my mentors. I love my mentors. I love my coaches. I tell you why. Because my mentors and my coaches, they stay in the next. They stay hearing from God and focusing on the next thing that God has called them to. They continue to get new ideas, and they continue to get new information, and they continue to get new training and new equipping, and they continue to get all that new, and they pour that new into us. Those of us that are their mentors and everything. I had before I went to the beach last week, I had a session with my mentor, Dr. Shirley R. Brown, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but we sat together for an hour and a half. I don't even remember how long it was. And in that time, she talked to me about types of doors and types of opportunities. Okay? And how when you miss the opportunity, it means that you just didn't walk through the door. And I gleaned so much from that because of where I am in walking through another door. Now, some of you you've got to understand this, ladies, that when you want to develop your next level gifting, you've got to be focused and you've got to be clear on what it is. Let me drink this sip of water. The doctor told me I've got to keep my lots of water in my system because that's something that'll help that acid reflux, okay? But it's really, really getting a lot better, y'all. It's getting a lot better. I had to lay off the fried foods and the pizza. Okay, I'm going to preach that, but we'll get back to that later. But anyway, so Joyce said, can you please be my mentor, please? Joyce, you're going to have to go to bit.ly. And I think it's the Inner Circle 2017, and I have one spot left for private mentoring. You can look it up there. All right, somebody put that in the thing for her. bit.ly/the Inner Circle 2017, and the private mentoring is there. I think there's one more spot for private mentoring. The open and the intimate are closed at this point, but there is one more spot for private mentoring. All right, and so here's the thing that I really want you to understand. All right, is that you have to get clear. You've got to get clear on what your gifting is and how you are going to use it at the next level, and the work that is required at the next level. Okay? Now you can't, all right? You can't expect God to use you. Thank you so much, Pastor Thorne. I keep saying Dr. Thorne. I'm speaking that thing, okay? All right? You can't expect God to use you at a higher level, and you have not done the work to get there. When Dr. Brown sat me down and she began to talk about all of these different types of things that can happen at a door. Thank you, April. Thank you. When she began to talk to me about all these different things that can happen at a door, all right, it just began to amaze me at how people don't realize and don't understand the work that has to go into moving forward in an opportunity. Carol says you need more slots for private mentoring. Well, you know what, Carol? 2018 is a different year. I'm refocusing on doing some things because I have heard from a lot of women that really want private mentoring. And so I'm refocusing and doing some things. So we're looking at it. We're looking at it. Okay. But thank you so much for that. That is a great encouragement to me. All right. Great encouragement to me. All right. So what I want to tell you is that you've got to focus on your gift. And here's something else. Don't get mad at me. I'm going to say that before I say it. Stop letting people pimp your gift. Some of you allow people to pimp your gift so much that you don't ever have time to develop it. They keep you where they are. They keep you doing things for them at the level where they are, and your gift never, ever grows. Ooh. Okay? When people begin to pimp your gift, when people begin to see that you have a gifting of teaching, they'll let you teach and teach and teach and teach and teach and teach, and you will wear yourself out, but you've gotten nowhere. You've gotten nowhere. And then you'll begin to wonder, why is it that the people out there are being so blessed? But let me tell you something. There comes a time when they'll get blessed, but you won't see them producing any fruit. And see, one thing about a teacher, if you have the gift of teaching, then when you produce fruit, the thing that you pour into also produces fruit. That's how I knew it was time for a shift. That's how I knew it was time for a shift. Because see, when I was doing teach and educate for active Christ-like holiness, there was a point where, like my husband said, these women coming back every year, they jump in the shop and they're praising the Lord. When are things going to change? When is there going to be a difference? And that's when I had to step back and go, wait a minute. Where are the people they're supposed to be impacting? Where are the people that they're supposed to be helping? I had to shift because the gift inside of me was shifting, which means that what God has given me has to shift, which means that the people connected to me have to shift, which means that now it is time for you all to begin to think about the gift that you have inside of you. Focus on the gift you have inside of you. Stop allowing people to pimp your gift, to use you up. And then your gift stays in a place and you never elevate that gift. Because when you never elevate that gift, the people that God has called you to never get access to what God has placed on the inside of you. Because see, if you don't, okay? Now I'm not, thank you, Carol. I'm not saying that the work that you did is in vain. I'm not saying that. It was not in vain. Yes, exactly, Carol. But that was your past. Reflect on it. Grow from it. That may be your present. But in your future, your development, to get your gift to another level, your development has to be at another level. You can't stay and continue to develop the gift at the same level that you are now. You need to take it up a level. All right? If God has called you and said, I want you to start a school, then you need to start being around some folk that have started some schools. Okay? If God has called you and he's called you to start a women's ministry, if he's called you to start a business, if he's called you to move to a different area of your career, then be around people who have accomplished those things. Okay? Get some learning. Okay? Get some training. Get some equipping. Kenya says Dennis was right. Okay? Get it. Get your gift. Develop your gift at a new level. Develop your gift at the next level, because your now experience extraordinary time, your next is predicated upon your building and developing your gift now. Come on. All right. Last thing, and then we're going to call it a night. When you begin to get to the next in your gift, when you begin developing your gift at the next level, when you begin developing your gift with next level people, when you start to read next level things, when you start to go the next level time. And wait a minute, when I say next level conferences, I'm not talking about a conference where they call it next level and all they do is jump and shout. I ain't talking about that. Thank you, April. Thank you, because I'm determined to be off here by 10 o'clock tonight. Okay, I'm not talking about that kind of next level. I'm talking about next level where they literally pour into you and you leave there with some plans, with some information, with some stuff on how to do some things, to make some change in you, to take your gift to a different level. If you've been called to teach and you've never been or never taken a class on teaching or the ministry of the word, then I question whether or not you've developed the gift. I teach a class on the ministry of the word. And there's another thing. In 2018, God has given me a whole series of classes, okay, to put online. And we're working at getting those online so women can have these teachings and know how to develop your gift, because it's so important. Stop having delays and detours around your gifting. Start developing the gift that God has placed on the inside of you. Oh my God, it's so important, ladies. It's so important. Here's the last piece. What I want you to know in terms of developing your gift, getting to your next, now experience extraordinary time. Get to the now experience now. Don't wait until January 2018. Because you wait until January 2018, it's going to be March before you start anything. And then you're going to be tired. And then you're going to be running around trying to follow everybody else and trying to figure out what is it that I'm supposed to do. Because you're hearing this new thing and you're hearing that new thing because it's the new year. Let God speak to your new right now. Let him speak to your new right now, so that gifting that's inside of you can begin to be stirred up. And when January gets here, you're ready to take off and run. Some of you might be ready to take off and run in December. But whenever you get ready to take off and run, you've developed it and you're moving forward in it. Come on now. Last thing. When you experience your next in your gift, you have to experience your next level revelation. All right, that you must experience next level revelation. You see, you got revelation. You received revelation where you are right now. You received revelation where you are right now. The revelation that you've received up to this point, up to this day, has gotten you to where you are in using your gift. But when you want to go to the next in your gift, when you want God to begin to use you in a next level in your gift, then you've got to get some next level revelation. Woo. All right. Yes, thank you, Pastor Thorne. When you experience your next level in your gift, you have to experience your next level revelation. All right. Now, revelation all comes from the word. Okay, y'all see my tabs in my Bible. I love my Bibles. This has become one of my favorite ones. Updated New American Standard Bible. It's the one that we used when I was in divinity school. And I've begun to go back to it because of the way it explains it, the way it gets explained in here. All right? But get the revelation from God's word and let God speak to you at a new at an experience in a next level. Let that revelation of his word begin to experience you at a next level. God grant me my next level revelation. Yes. Let God speak to you right now. Yes. Okay. Y'all, you have to understand that. Cheryl says, I need my next. Thank you, April. Thank you. Okay. So here's the thing. Remember how we were reading Isaiah 54 over and over? We read it every day for 30 days. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? God is, for every single verse, God has given me affirmations for every single verse. Oh, Christine, no, you didn't. Revelation, renewed experiences, very exciting, levels await to inspire others in the next. You know I'm going to take that, right? You know I'm going to take that, right? Anything you put up here, Christine has already told me I can already use. All right? So, God has given me a series of affirmations, and I'm going to give them to you. We're actually putting them in print. Well, I'm a kind of person, I like to pick my own pictures out and put the right things in the right place. And so we're putting that together now. That's actually going to be part of your Christmas gift from me to you. It's going to be affirmations from Isaiah 54. All right? Affirmations from Isaiah 54. I can't wait to give it to you because they're things that God spoke to me. I've read Isaiah 54 I don't know how many times. I took the challenge when Felicia Phillips, who is the CEO and the host of MogulCon, I took the challenge a year ago when she told us to do that. I did that. But this time, because I was focused on my gift at a different level, God began to give me different revelation, next level revelation about the gifting, next level revelation about Isaiah 54. Come on, y'all. All right. Next level revelation about what God has given you is so important. So if you want to take your gift to the next level, you've got to hear and get revelation from God at the next level, okay? I love preaching. I can hoop and shout with the best of them, okay? I can praise the Lord, but you know what? I tell you what, now God is speaking to me at a level that is at my gifting. When I said, God, take my gift to the next level, he began giving me revelation at the next level. He began showing me things about teaching at the next level. He began showing me things about leadership at the next level. And he put me in a higher level of leadership so that when he shows it to me, I can implement it at that higher level. Y'all have got to understand that when you ask God for a next level, you've got to develop yourself at that next level. You've got to develop the gifting on the inside of it at that next level, because there are people out there waiting on your next level. Whew, come on. There are people waiting on you to take your gifting to a higher level so that you can help them. You can't, remember what we said very quickly. Let me review this very quickly. All right, that you can't go to the next level when you are still focusing the things in the prior and the present level. That you've got to get clear on your next level work. You've got to get clear on your next. And next is now experience extraordinary time. You've got to get clear on what that now experience actually is. What is God, what is the gifting that he has on the inside of me? And how does he want me to take that gift, develop that gift? How does he want me to take it such that I can now begin to pour out to the people that God has called me to? Okay, what is that? How is that done? And the third thing is that you must begin to get your next level revelation. See, the revelation that you got in the past got you to where you are. But if you want to take your gifting to a higher level, if you want to take your gifting to that next level, yes, clarity is important. Focus is important. Next level revelation is important. Like I said, I've read Isaiah 54 I don't know how many times, over and over and over. I studied it. But then when I studied it this time, God gave me affirmations out of Isaiah 54 because my next level is about training and equipping. Okay, my next level in terms of teaching is about training and equipping. In terms of leadership is about doing leadership at the next level. So he's positioned me as a North Carolina State Administrator for Full Gospel. That is huge. That's huge, y'all. And then that's administration and leadership. He's putting me around leaders that are next level leaders, both in ministry, both in my business, both in every area that I am. He's placing me in places where the people around me are at their next. And their next brings me up to my next. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. And you've got to, oh, I love that, Sharon. Yes, people are waiting for the manifestation of your gift. Some of you, thank you, April. People are waiting on the manifestation of your gift. Some of you, you wonder why you're not being used. Why is God going to use you and you're not taking the time to develop what he's put on the inside of you? You cannot damage God's people when you haven't developed your own gifting to help his people. If you're going to help his people, and you've got to do what it takes to develop your gift so that you can help his people. God is not going to allow you to damage his people because you haven't taken the time, the investment, or whatever it takes to develop what's on the inside of you. If you're ready for your next, if you're ready to now experience your extraordinary time, then you've got to do something different than you're doing today. You've got to shift. Ooh, Jesus. You've got to shift. So we are starting. We're still in our circles. All right. We're still there. My assignment, the adversary, and the anointing. We're still there. We're still in that model. We haven't moved forward from that model. Okay. But we're going to stay on giftings so that when you get into 2018, when January 1, 2018 gets here, you're going to be focused. You're going to know what you're going to do. You're going to know who you're called to, and you're going to know who you're not called to. Let me help. I can't go there tonight, but let me just drop this nugget. You're not called to everybody. Everybody is not ready for the gift that's on the inside of you, and stop trying to pour out to people who are not ready to receive your gift. Let me stop it right there. Okay? Let me stop it right there. I hope y'all have enjoyed tonight. Just a few more things. Just a few more things. Remember that those of you that are in the inner circle, I thank you so much. We have had some awesome inner circle sessions. The intimate inner circle starts this week. Okay, that's a small group. That there are a couple of openings in that. Okay, I forgot there are a couple of openings in that, but I closed it down because I just don't want people jumping in and out. Don't want people jumping in and out. But our first group meeting of the Inner Circle Intimate will start this week. Okay? All right? And the Inner Circle, the open Inner Circle, the first level, we've been meeting already. And we meet online. Okay? We don't meet in person. We meet online. All right? And those ladies are already moving. The Inner Circle individual, the ladies that are in that, they meet with me individually, again, online or by phone, whichever way they want to do. Okay? And that's moving forward. So we're excited about that. So I always thank my inner circle. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I want you to hold the date of December 3rd. I'll tell you what it's about later because April's keeping me on track here with my time. All right. So I want you to hold the date of December 3rd. We're looking at having a live event. You guys will know about it first and foremost. We really want to prepare you for the next, okay, your next opportunity. All right. Thank you, Patrice. Hey, I didn't know you were on here. Hey, thank you. All right. Thank you, Maya. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Miss Chamberlain. I'm not sure how you pronounce your first name. But thank you, Miss Chamberlain. Thank you so much. I'm glad this teaching helped you. So remember that in the end of October, we're going to be rolling out our new coaching program that helps women who are in ministry. Now, you don't necessarily have to be a minister. All right. And I'm going to tell you why this is going to be so different. It's because those of us that are in ministry or ministry leadership, we pour out in a different way. And there's some things that we've been missing as to why we need to do some things differently. So I'm going to teach you and train you how to be a coach. Okay. Now you can take that and you can start your own training company if you want to. That's a different kind of teaching, but you can start your own, not training, your own coaching firm if you want to. Like I have my company is coaching. So I coach women both in on the faith-based side, and I coach women in corporate. I have corporate clients where the companies pay me to coach these women. All right. And so we're going to be rolling out that. Give somebody a Christmas present. If you want a Christmas present this year, stop asking folk for pocketbooks. Okay, stop asking folk for Coach bags. Yeah, they nice. Yeah, I bought my niece one this weekend at the beach. It was a Coach bag lined in pink, y'all. Ski-wee, okay? For those of you that's Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, so she wanted a Coach bag that was lined in pink, and she my baby, so she got it. Okay, I went and bought it for her. All right, so, but stop asking people to give you gifts. Start telling them to give you some donations so that you can take this course, so that you can so you can get to your next level gifting. All right, because I tell y'all, It's time out for play. When you see the things that are happening in our world today, when you see the things that are, oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. When you see the things that are happening in your world today, in our world, when you see the thing, people being killed, people being shot, there's different things that are happening. People need what's inside of you. People need your gifting. That's right, darling, you are right. You can buy that bag when you get to the next level. That's what I did, right? I bought 2 Coach briefcases when I got to the next level, okay? Because I am a proponent, and don't get mad at me, but I'm a proponent that when you get to the next level, you need to look like you at the next level. Now, come on. I'm not saying that you put a whole lot of money in it because I get everything on sale, all right? Because I do. That's just me, all right? But I believe in the whole package should be next. Now, experience extraordinary time. All right? So we're going to be doing that. So next week, please be on with us. All right? Next week, please be on with us. What's happening this week? I am so excited this week. I want to give a shout out to 2 amazing people this week. First of all, Minister Carol Clark will be elevated to her next. She will be elevated ordained as an elder at Destiny International Ministries. I'm so excited about that. Congratulations, Minister Clark. Congratulations. I'll be there celebrating with her. And also, Teach will become a part of what is called No Nonsense Kingdom Alliance. I'm aligning. Remember, the alignment is important. So I'm aligning the ministry of Teach. Okay, there is, because I do have a ministry. It's a little bit different, but I do have a ministry. So I'm aligning that ministry with my mentor, Dr. Brown. So I'm excited about that. So I'll be doing that also this week, okay? And then I also want to give a shout out to Pastor Angela Yvette, who had her wonderful book launching this weekend. Some of you were probably there. It's called Invisible Scars. If you don't have your copy, then I'm sure you can inbox Angela, and she will tell you how to get that copy. I don't have mine in front of me, but I do have it on my shelf. I can't reach it or I knock down the camera, okay? But make sure that you get that. So congratulations to all of you. So I'm sure you'll be seeing some pictures of that inside the group. Please share those pictures. All right. Again, shout out to Carol Clark on her elevation to elder, and to Pastor Angela Yvette on the her new book, Invisible Scars. That was this weekend. And on Sunday, on this coming Sunday, which I believe is the 22nd, I will actually be preaching at Destiny International Ministries. The service is Friday at 7. Great. That's Carol's service. Service is Friday at 7. So I will actually be preaching there on Sunday morning. I am excited about preaching there on Sunday morning, and just excited about being there. Okay, because Dr. Brown is my mentor, and it's always hard to preach in front of your mentors, okay? But the thing that she told me is that she's being elevated, and those that are connected with her, when we do the work, we're also being elevated, okay? And God is also taking us to a higher level. So again, remember, we talked about gifting on tonight. I am looking forward to what God is doing for you in this. And God has already spoken to me and told me that this teaching will become some sort of book or teaching. Don't know what it's all going to be yet, but it's going to become something. So get ready for that too. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I love you guys so much. You give me so much energy. I tell you, but tonight I'm going to go rest some more. Because as you can see, my eyes are a little bit tired, okay? I'm going to go rest some more. We've been going all weekend. Those of you that are in my prayer life class at Solid Rock, I'll see you on tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you then. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you soon. Oh, see you inside the group. Oh, with Inner Circle, y'all know what y'all got to do this week. Hope y'all working on y'all's assignments, okay? Mwah. Y'all have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.